So Ron, do you mind if I call you homeless? Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay.
Been homeless about 2.5 years now.
2.5 years.
Or I like to kind of use residentially challenged, but yeah. It's kind of a good question. It's kind of like I didn't plan ahead for when things can go really bad. And, had some family issues. It's just, the marriage broke up. That was kind of tough. So a little bit of depression. With that, not as much work as I could have. So then no work or no steady work. So I kind of was in a little bit of shock as far as that, what to try to do. I have 3 children, and I wanted to be able to see them as often as I possibly could, but this new situation wasn't going to allow that. And so I try to just do the best I can. And so called shelters, trying to get in, trying to find one. It was interesting because you don't think of this when you're younger or at any other time. You're going to be homeless. You always figure you're going to have a place, but there I was, no place to go. So I just kind of went to a shelter and tried to figure out my way there.
Okay.
I say pushing, or I shouldn't be like this, but sometimes circumstances happen, and maybe there's a better reason for it, and so I try to adjust to it the best that I can, and not let it affect me too much, and refocus. And as you asked me earlier, how long have I been homeless? It's been 2.5 years. It's an adjustment period like anything else. Things didn't happen that way quickly, so getting out of it may not happen as quickly as I want it to. Well, right now what happens is usually need to be out of my location by 7 o'clock. I usually try to go to a location that'll give me some Wi-Fi. I still try to stay as connected as I possibly can. Check or research some emails, possible job sites. So I'm trying not to just rest on my laurels and try to move forward, take advantage of the time. No, I don't look for work all day. That's kind of, I won't say it's not ridiculous, but it's not easy to do. You can get burned out, and I don't want to do that. So usually during the week, I volunteer twice a week at a West Oakland Senior Center, and that's helpful in a lot of ways. It's kind of like my office, but I also kind of keep my hands in IT field, and so I help get them up and running, and I stay on top of that. And so that works out really good. It works good for me mentally. I enjoy doing it, and it's a chance to possibly network and to branch off into other things. If somebody's going, hey, well, how you guys been keeping all this together? They point to me, so that helps out a lot. And got my resume together. I have a general cover letter, but things have changed a whole lot in the industry as far as your resume. Before, you could just slap your information on there, and you can kind of just hand it to the person, and they go, okay, you look like it'll work. Well, it's changed now. It's an employer's market. They can pick and choose whoever they want, and your resume has become a living, breathing document. I think I'm almost always changing it at least once a week, some little tweak. Grammatical errors? Yeah.
Grammar.
Well, I don't hide the fact that I'm homeless, but I don't usually broadcast it either. I think most people probably don't realize that I am homeless. So usually when I bring it up, most people are kind of surprised. So I would say most of them really don't know. I don't think most people really know, so it's a little bit of a surprise. I pray every day. I try to keep up with my Bible reading. Some days I do better than others, but I think having a kind of goal or a task of trying to move forward, try to do what I can to help get myself out of here. And I don't associate with a lot of the people here, but there's a few that they usually know how to find me. I kind of keep to myself, but when I can, I think a lot about my son because he's 11 and a half years old, and I really want to be able to be there for him, but it's kind of hard. But